I just started digging into it a little bit because it just felt like that this Sarco suicide pod was making suicide a little bit too easy for people, because I had read that it was free and that no real medical doctors were involved. I couldn't find anything about accountability. And then I read somewhere that it was $20, and I thought, this is disturbing. This is disturbing to me. I looked at it as just being too risky and too easy. And then you chimed in on that video, and you caught my eye because you said, at one point in my life, dying with dignity was the only thing that gave me any relief or peace. And I was like, holy shit. And then, we started going back and forth, and I learned about these vestibular disorders. Okay, I get it.
When you have no quality of life
and no hope,
there's no hope. There is hope now for me, but there was no hope. And it was unrelenting. It was exhausting to explain to people what was happening. People thought I was being dramatic. People thought that this wasn't real. No, this was very real. This was my reality. Finally, I said, I'm ready, and I want to go to Switzerland, and I want to do this. Let's figure everything out. Like, let's get the affairs in order.
What'd your husband say to your idea about Switzerland?
He's just said, we're going to hold off on any arrangements to Switzerland. Like, let's just back it up for a second. And he said, can I please bring an Orthodox priest to the house? And I said, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not a very religious person. We're not doing that. And he said, please let me see if I can just at least find somebody in Charleston, South Carolina. I thought, where are you going to find a Syrian Orthodox priest in the middle of South Carolina? He found somebody in Charleston. There is one. And he came over to the house. It was like a full exorcist was about to happen. He had a cross, full black robe, a Bible, and he had oil from a weeping icon. And I thought, this is where we have now really lost it. And this priest sat me down and started talking to me. And this was probably one of the more enlightening conversations I've ever had in my life. He had asked me things that I was doing. And I said, well, I'm trying to do meditation, and I'm trying Wim Hof. Wim Hof he does these breathing exercises.
Oh, okay.
With cold plunging.
Oh, no. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a whole thing. And this priest said to me he was doing the Wim Hof method every day, and he was doing cold plunges in his house. And and this is a form of meditation. And I thought, I'll talk to you about all this. And I told him that I was suicidal and I was ready to die. And he talked to me about that. And he talked to me about how, like, prayer is actually meditation.
Yeah.
And the Orthodox religion, the way that they chant is very much a meditation. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then about a month later, things started to turn around for me. I don't know. Did I have a connection with the divine? There was an intervention in my life that disrupted the path that I was on so I could become the person that I needed to be.